Prepare yourselves. Good morning, this is your LC speaking, bringing you another playthrough, and this time we're diving into the Thaumaturge. This game actually, again, I had my eye on it for a while now, and I was trying to find a slot for it, and also time to make a playthrough. And it seems interesting from what I've seen overall. It is like from above to the isometric, and looks like we're dealing with supernatural stuff, which I'm all the time interested in, to see what kind of weird stuff are out there, what you could potentially do for it, as we had, for example, in Control and other stuff. Other than that, I'm just curious how it is, and hopefully it's gonna be something that I really like, because at first glance looks like it's straight up my alley. Now again, I did a bit of a practice test to see with the sound, the video, if anything is in order, and hopefully everything is. And as per usual, there are gonna be adjustments going through the future episodes, especially on sound, depending if there's moments where music gets a bit too loud, or can tune it down. But other than that, I'll say let's just get into it and see how well we do. Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a templemancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle, but such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Okay, so we do have a couple of options. First, play a trick on him. Not sure what kind of trick are we playing on him. And yeah, he's kind of right. We don't really look that great. It looks like we're not sleeping. And I'm curious to see what's with the ghost that appears to be next to us sometimes. So let's just go ahead and dictate the message.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Send greetings to your sister.
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Wictor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
Okay.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Maps change.
True.
I know. Let's get on with it.
Oh.
Pardon?
Nothing.
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Okay, Transcaucasia, August 31, 1905, was it? You can freely move around locations. You can do with this. You can do this with the mouse. And a miracle worker in the village. Perception, yeah, okay, that's heading me towards the destination or the waypoint. Can we talk more? We have Thaumaturge here, entries. The revolvers, we have a gun. My grimoire like to write a sketch in it, and my Upir leaves. Okay. We do have here Upir, my first saluter. He came to me more than 15 years ago, and I offered him my heart and the flow of pride I carry. By trying to capture others, I fell into a spiral of torment and exhaustion that cost me my connection to Upir. I can no longer use his power, nor ever fully see him. We are both shadows of our old selves. I cannot help him, but I've heard of someone who can. Then we have, on the salutas, we have word. So Upir's heart, Paimon, is word. You are so beautiful, fallen angel, full of grace, energy, and color. I thought that you would become my teacher, that you would open the world of philosophy, art, and magic to me. That together we would discover the secrets of Earth's element and the secrets of people's hearts. That I would become something more. That having as many as 2 saluters, I would reach for that what is available only to the strongest. Instead, you broke me. You brought nightmares and visions that crushed my mind to dust. Because of you, I am nothing but a shadow. Oh, so it looks like one was helping me or like good and the other one was a bit evil. And then we have characters. Me, meaning Victor. If anyone finds this, please send it to Wictor Szulski. People lose all sorts of things. Anything can happen. It feels odd to write about oneself. I was born at Thaumaturge on September 22nd, 1875 in Warsaw, under the Tsar's rule. 15 years ago, I made a pact with my first saluter, Upir. Then, with his help, I tried to help my friend. It didn't work out. My father was furious. He sent me to my mother to Paris. Then I did a lot of stupid things, and I almost lost my powers and my connection to Upir. Now, here I am, broken, lonely. My only hope is a traveling mystic. Such is life. Then, the father, Stanislav Szulski, my father and a thaumaturge. Even my mother was sick of him after a few years of marriage, so she left. I was the only one to inherit his powers, but it didn't bring us any closer. When my powers were revealed, he sent me to Paris. That's something I will never forgive him for. Then you have Ligia, the sister, a dear sister Ligia. The only person I truly miss while I'm away. We're twins, so there's always been a special bond between us. I haven't seen her for years. Currently, I only know her from the letters we exchange. Then this is the letter that was during the cutscene at the beginning, so I'm not gonna read it. Looks like there's nothing new. Yeah, so basically that's it. Then we have Transcaucasia. An owl flies through the woods, perches on a bough, and watches intently. The wind is whistling, shutting open doors, rushing inside homes through window slits. In places like this, human voices blend with animal sounds. The spirits of the dead penetrate the souls of the living, and evil expands slowly, quietly, producing a plentiful harvest. Where am I? Far from home, in the unforgiving mountains. Somewhere in the kingdom of Georgia, which, just like Warsaw, is under the Tsar's heel. I seek a cure, but what I will find, I do not know. In places like this, you can lose more than you gain. And then we have for factions, right? So there's a lot of entries here. I'm hoping it's gonna show like new, like a question mark, exclamation mark on them. We'll have to see if it updates how I'm gonna know which ones are new and all of that. Then we have on the factions we have the Russian Empire, a beast. Extend your hand to it and you will lose it. Fat but always hungry, respecting only force, unresponsive to rational reasoning. That is the way imperialist powers are, and the Russian Empire seeks to reign supreme amongst them. But who knows how long it will last? History has seen greater falls. People are starting to speak their minds, starting to act. Turbulent moods foreshadow change. The war with Japan gave citizens new arguments against the Tsardom's inept policy, and the cup of bitterness continues to fill. The Tsar fails to live up to his time, and his authority is faltering. He seems powerless in the face of the future that is about to become a reality. And in the midst of it all, there is still, at the Empire's mercy, the Kingdom of Poland. Deprived of autonomy, it has taken a Russian face. But deep inside, its heart is still beating. Poland continues to smolder. And then we have the Congress Kingdom of Poland. More than 100 years ago, more than 100 years have passed since Poland disappeared from the world map, divided between three powers: the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, and the Russian Empire. The Kingdom of Poland, with its capital in Warsaw, is under the tough rule of the Tsar. The Polish language is being pushed out of schools, offices, and public spaces by the invaders. However, the Polish dream of regaining independence is still alive, and the revolutionary moods abroad seems to favor the fight for freedoms. Yours and ours. Okay, so I read this one. What's left? It's gonna be for the story here. The revolver, the only truly useful thing I took from home, reliable until now. I cannot remember how it ended up in our house. That is what my banishment started with. How dramatic it sounds. The outcast's revolver. The gunslinger in exile. Nonsense. Then we have Thaumaturge, saluters. They have many names. When Latin was in fashion, a wise man called these creatures newcomers. In popular beliefs, they are sometimes called demons or angels, ghosts, or even deities. I do not know where they come from. They reflect the beliefs and superstitions of people from different regions, even though those people themselves cannot see them. Highly sensitive individuals, like artists, are sometimes able to see their manifestations, while saluters change their whereabouts as they follow people's flaws. People travel more these days. Once in St. Petersburg, I saw a sphinx. Then you have flaws. Someone's burden can be a thaumaturge's treasure. A flaw is a lasting hidden beauty that is imprinted on the human soul by something traumatic or routine. Many people have them. I am not an exception. My inborn flaw is pride, a flaw of the heart dimension that I gifted to an opier a long time ago. This is how all saluters function. Those still untethered follow a flaw hidden in someone nearby. By confronting that person using the right arguments, I can bring out the flaw and then take it over, making a pact with the wild saluter. Unite with it? In theory. All my previous attempts have failed. Then, Wictor's grimoire. I like to write and sketch in it, and my opier lives in it. If you are reading this, I'm sorry. Teenage boys should not keep a journal. I got my grimoire from my father. It is a thaumaturge stole, a way to make pacts with saluters. For me, it is also a journal and sometimes a sketch pad. Traces. A trace is someone's personal imprint on an object, like a personal aura. One cannot always recognize it. Sometimes a trace isn't imprinted on a particular object. That's normal. I can tell where I've seen the trace before, and once I meet its owner, I'm always certain about who has interacted with the item. Nothing can be kept secret. Heart, word, mind, and deed. Centuries ago, when thaumaturgy was only beginning to be placed within scientific frameworks, the term dimension was chosen to categorize the subjects it dealt with. Heart is all that involves emotions. Word is all that is said. Mind is all that is thought or hidden in memory. Deed is action, physicality. Each dimension is connected to an area of human experience, a kind of saluter and a type of intention imprinted on objects. Then we have thaumaturgy. Comes from the Greek word for miracle working. Father would fume that another term for abilities, temperomancy, was not as popular. Thaumaturgy is a different, deeper kind of comprehension of the world, seeing the most secret emotions, hearing the unspoken words, the ability to glimpse into someone's thoughts. I do not wish to be someone else, even though my power has always gotten me into trouble. My peers were afraid I would discover their secrets, and adults lowered their voices when I entered the room. Such is life. In the end, I learned how not to startle people around me and how to keep their secrets to myself. Every youngster endowed with powers goes through that. A thaumaturge, having made pact with the saluter, is also able to manipulate human thoughts, words, deeds, and emotion. Then intent. Usually the information hidden in objects isn't left there in purpose. People tend to do so unwittingly. Thaumaturges do the opposite. They put their intent into traces deliberately. It's a convenient and unobtrusive way to communicate without attracting unnecessary attention. Then we're going to perception. The thaumaturge's inborn ability to peek under the surface of things. It doesn't depend on the day of the week, nor the number of saluters one possesses, only on the level of one's abilities. For a powerful thaumaturge, reading this or that is not a problem. I must say it happens rather spontaneously and constantly involves intruding on other people's privacy. There are things I'd rather not know, and some I wish I could forget. And lastly, you have manipulation. Once a thaumaturge is tied to a saluter, they can use its powers or manipulation in the dimension of the saluter belongs to. A powerful thaumaturge can freely manipulate the emotions, words, thoughts, and deeds of other people. Upir allows me to manipulate the heart dimension. Interesting. And we don't have anything on conclusions. Entries. Shadows of the scenes past. I'm almost there. We shall see if the spiritual doctor I've been following is able to help me. Then we have belonging. Letter from Ligia is the first one since we were writing to each other from Cluj-Napoca. Oh. Grimoire, money, a roll of rubles, a handful of kopecks, a few marks, a single franc, the prodigal son's fortune. So different currency. And then the passport of the Russian Empire that allows travel abroad and within the country. Okay, photographs. So these are collectibles from what I'm seeing. Sketches. Then... Okay, gear. Map. Right. I can zoom out. Cool. That's about it. It's gonna be a lot of reading by the looks of it. We have a lost letter here. Dear Anthony, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter. Or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land, among foreign people, to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't live here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constanti. P.S. I don't think these letters will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anielka that the thought of her brought me solace. Until the very end. I wonder if they will see each other. So that was... Okay, then we have here abilities by the looks of it. Many people have flaws, so need aware of their existence. Check saluters and all young Thaumaturge to make a pact with the first saluter. If you nurture the pride flaw by the make the right choices, it will impact the course of the events in the future. Okay, don't have anything acquired. And then we have Opir over here. Regarding combat, by the looks of it, inflicts damage, restores your health points by 1, which is half of what you've lost, reduces focus on negative effects. Cool. And then we have more abilities here. But okay, it's put here, but I'm not seeing any exclamation mark. The letters are there. And we have more here, another letter. Dear Yanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves. Have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time. Go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lev. So looks like we are getting some experience, and that's about it. As a Thaumaturge, possess exceptional perception, see things, anticipate enemy actions, follow traces of emotion, thoughts, action, and reach your goals easier. Right. Okay. Well, that's life in the countryside. There's another thing to read. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulgin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc in the turmoil. 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Okay, so looks like a revolution in progress. Or is about to be. I know my goal is here. Just want to double check if there's anything else. But I think that's about it. Right.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Okay. So, just like that. No questions. Let's ask if there's a healer in the village.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting? A guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
Yep. Thank you.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Prologue. Hoping for the better. Oh, we're already
Nothing
here.
to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Okay. What about map? So I have the inn. That's locked for now. Looks like, yeah, I'm assuming that's the cemetery. This was the station. And actually there's another location here in the south. Oh, but I can look around. So maybe more of this map here is gonna get unlocked. Eastern Times comes in. Okay, so this is the end down here. Not sure if I can turn the camera around. Kitty. Okay, we can interact there. This is why it's locked here. So we need something to read. Yeah. Proletariat tis Luzdola. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It would only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame, to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our land. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Okay, more experience. I'm just curious. I know it does not show here. Yeah, we have letter, newspapers. I'm curious if it doesn't show like a exclamation mark that is new because we already reading it, which makes me wonder if I'm gonna get any entries that I'm not picking up, you know, like to read, if those ones are gonna show up and be like, yeah, this is new. Because otherwise, it's gonna be annoying to find all of them, like in the list, and then read them. Okay, so what's going on here?
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
A proud answer. It not only draws from your floor price level, but it also feeds it even more. Yeah, show no fear. Aye, indeed.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
I guess we're fighting. When your enemies lose all their health points within the fight, okay. Shown on the bars below their feet, so 11 and 15. While your health points are represented by a bar at the bottom left corner of the screen. Okay, they're definitely not soldiers. I mean, they said like deserters. So what exactly? Focus 3 points, health points 11, and he has 2 focus points and 15 health points. Quick attack, planned attack. Okay. 22 damage. Maybe 12. See about. Ooh. It's got a knife. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they are planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Slow skills are more powerful but requires preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attack first. Okay. Precision cut. I mean, we can go with a planned attack. It's not gonna go down, but at least we're gonna do some damage. Then I can go for a quick one if need be.
Sirs, the Ruski is right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Well, weren't they deserters? I mean, that's what the was showing over there. And then dog.
Good
Of
boy.
course, we're gonna pet the dog. Is this not gonna do something for us? I think we can go up. Yes, inside it is. Can read there. Let's read. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor's General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. Okay, so that's the person we need to talk with, which means we check the other side. Right, I'll need to see if I can turn the camera around. Is there a away, or maybe stuck like this. Rasputin, really? I wonder if it's the Rasputin.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
You know what? Even though we are dealing with supernatural, I still want to see it, you know? We're not just gonna believe it at face value.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Ooh, hold up. So, is this first option like avoiding? Or actually, how was his question? Is he like asking us where we were born? You know, like personal information, or from where we started to travel? You know what? I'm gonna explain how I tracked him down.
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wictor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Sure. Please accept this challenge.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you, to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Okay. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. So trace certain Rasputin. Then draw conclusion. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Let's examine the object further, maybe, and find out more.
Have you figured anything out yet?
You have acquired the knowledge or context required to give a response.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observational information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Make up conclusions. Valuable resource of knowledge about the world and events can help in different situations. Okay, perception. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimension sufficiently. On some items, you'll find a trace of someone's personality. It takes in 3 forms. Unknown, you've seen it for the first time. Familiar, you've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it, and are only revealed once you pass the test of perception of the item.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, but... The Thaumaturge points. Spending 3 skill upgrades, improve the powers within any dimension, enhance saluters to enable further development. But... Okay, at least it shows I have 1 entry here. So that's how it shows the new entries. Perfect. So, Rasputin. I had only heard rumors about him. A preacher, a mystic who used to heal St. Petersburg's elites not long ago. I found him in a small village in Transcaucasia. They call him a mad monk, or even a quack and a fraud. To me, he's the last hope for a cure. Okay, so I'm glad now I know how it shows new ones. So, that's to talk. So you said it's inside here.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Prayer book. An ornate prayer book containing praise for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of coldly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Trace certain Rasputin, and then dimension force too low, deed. Again, your conclusions. Rasputin's passions. Who would have thought that this priest had such a passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Then we have Dirty Ball that someone has eaten stew from. Trace unknown. So that's a new one. Then wasn't it here? A potential device for voluntary self-mortification of the body. Trace unknown. Right, so do I have any points to... Where do I see the points though? Yes, I can develop. So deed, word and mind. Do I have? Yeah, I do have. Ah, those are the points. Cool. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated. All right. Ah, okay. If the enemy is suffering, inflicts damage. Let's go for the planned attack for now. Now we can read the rest. Trembling hands in thin white gloves, feverishly tying a ribbon behind which she tucked a leaf with an imprint of her made-up lips. She ran to make it in time. To give him a gift. to make sure he wouldn't forget her when he found himself so far from court. Nice. I don't think I leveled up anything. So we can see... Of course, I have the heart, but not the word and mind. Alright, bud.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
Therefore, a Petersburg lady-in-waiting who was very devoted to you gave you her breviary.
Honestly, I don't remember where I got it. Its contents were always more important. Have a seat.
Okay, we'll remember this.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
First off, can I ask you more about the lady in waiting from Petersburg?
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Can we pay him well, though? I mean, we do have some cash, but... It also is a proud dancer. Let's go for beg for this one.
I don't have much dignity left. I'm prepared to beg for your help.
That won't be necessary, Wictor. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Okay. Right. Okay, that was a heartbeat. Still no points. Any new entries? These are actually Rasputin's words, thoughts, haircloth. So I guess I could have invested the one of the other and get haircloth or the dirty ball. Okay. However, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode and continue next time and see where this leads. So far, yeah, I'm really interested and intrigued. However, okay, that heartbeat is kinda giving me pause. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this part, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.